Hello everyone and welcome to beautiful Burleigh Heads. This is one of the best destinations to come to for a holiday on the Gold Coast. In this video we're going to give you a little tour and share everything that you need to know for your holiday, including where to eat, where to shop, where to stay, the best viewpoints, the best places to go and enjoy the sunshine, and everything you need to know, so by the end of this video you'll be ready for your holiday.
So probably one of the first things that you book for your holiday to Burleigh Heads is your accommodation. This is Goodwin Terrace here, and there's loads of accommodation options here. Being a typical holiday destination, there are heaps of options that stretch up this way and then all the way up the coast as well towards Surfers Paradise. So you're not really going to be short of options. There's a lot of new buildings going up as well, so they are redeveloping old plots of land which had smaller, maybe old brick apartments and things like that. The only thing to remember though is if you're going to be getting a rental car for your holiday here, then you probably want to find somewhere that's got parking. Otherwise you're going to have to pay for expensive public parking, or you might struggle to find maybe a free park on one of the back streets. But parking can be an issue here in Burleigh Heads, so just make a note of that before you make your booking. Now, accommodations on the Esplanade end of Burleigh Heads, they can be quite good as well. You've got a lot of high rises and there's still more continuing to go up. Probably a lot of Airbnbs out there, private owner apartments, which are available for you to rent. But we actually stayed in one of these buildings when we first got here in June, and it was really nice because we've got direct beach access right here. This promenade is full of amenities for you to use, such as workout equipment, barbecues and showers. And then every sort of 100 meters or so, there's an access to the beach, which is just great if you want to get up and get straight in the water down to the beach for a beach walk in the morning. And on that point of exercise, the Gold Coast City Council is having this massive push at the moment for a campaign they call Active and Healthy. And there's all these community events where you can do some exercise in groups or running clubs, but they've got this brochure out at the moment which shows you basically every location around the Gold Coast, what activities are on in your area and how much they cost, who to contact. But you'll also find signs around Burleigh Heads for things like yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi, and sometimes the classes are free. Sometimes it might cost a few dollars, but yeah, they're happening right here. You don't have to be a local to join them, you can do it on your holidays. This thing adds a great incentive for everyone to get out and about, lowering the barrier to entry for everyone and keeping everyone fit and healthy. So to wrap up the accommodation section, I think if you're coming on holiday to Burleigh Heads, you definitely want to be located near the beach. That could be along this street here, or it could be up the Esplanade that way. But anywhere sort of around the bowling club is going to be a good location. If you get further back into the hills behind Burleigh Heads or back towards Burleigh Waters, it's probably not going to be ideal. You're not going to be able to just wake up and get down to the beach and enjoy your morning coffee, taking a stroll along the promenade. So that would be my recommendation, is to try and get as centrally located as possible.
When it comes to eating out in Burleigh, there's obviously so many options to choose from small cafes to nicer dining restaurants, but right now we've decided to come to one which showcases the view. If you want to come and really enjoy what Burleigh has to offer and the Gold Coast skyline, then this is a great option. It's called Burleigh Pavilion. There's actually two restaurants here, so this is the more casual dining. We've ordered a pizza, and they also have the Tropics next door. That's a bit more formal and a bit more like cocktail vibes. So we decided just to come and grab some brunch here because we're feeling a bit more casual today. But there's lots of different types of people here. You know, you've got young ones with families, and then some like couples or friends just gathered together. So this is a really great option to add to your list if you're on holiday here. We're going to tuck into our pizza and then we'll show you some more options around Burleigh.
Burleigh Heads is separated by this main road. This is Gold Coast Highway. So to get to the beach, you've got to cross the highway from Burleigh town over here.
So along the beachfront of Burleigh, you'll find a few pockets of little cafes and ice cream stores, but the majority of the cafes and eateries are in the actual town centre, as Corey was saying, just across the main road. So we're going to go into Burleigh's main street now, and that is where you'll find all the shops and the eateries. I feel like the way I was introducing the town then made it sound as if it was really big, but it's just one street.
So definitely one of the highlights of Burleigh is this little shopping precinct here called James Street. I don't really think that I'm the one to tell you about this. I feel like Charlotte is more qualified to speak about the shopping here on James Street.
So there's just a few like nice boutique stores here, a few like, not too many high street stores really, but a few names you may recognise. Ice cream stores, like a really nice fruit shop. They do really great smoothies, which I'd really recommend. They're delicious. They have a couple of eateries, and they have like a little, like an inside mall area, like couple of cafes in there, which looks really nice. So this is a street to come to if you want to do a little bit of shopping, or maybe find somewhere different to eat. Loads and loads. It's very small, but it's really jam-packed of stores here. And as I think, look at bakeries. There's also a couple of wellness places here. So you have a bamboo clothing store and also a breath house, so a breathwork studio, which sounds really cool that I'd like to check out one day. But I think this is where a lot of the locals come to get some of their like bakery or their meat. There's a little small Woolies here. So yeah, this is the high street, the main street here in Burleigh.
Yeah, if you're after coffee, you are not going to have to go far here in Burleigh. We're right on the main street here, James Street, and there's a lot. So definitely something to make sure that you don't miss out on during your time here in Burleigh is the laneways. There are quite a few little secret cut-throughs where you can find ways off James Street and it'll take you back here, and there's quite a few little hidden gems that you can find in these laneways off the main street of Burleigh. So definitely make sure you check them out. You'll find cafes, art galleries, as well as loads of little cheeky little restaurants and speciality stores as well. I want to do shopping. Can I have a quick look in here? Yeah. Lots of really cute little like boho bohemian stores. If you're on holiday, come and spend up. Looks gorgeous, but I just know it's going to be hundreds of dollars per item, so I won't bother. Everything in here is beautiful too. Absolutely beautiful store. So obviously James Street isn't the only place to come if you want to get a coffee or a snack or a breakfast or brunch. There's the places over by the beachfront as well, but you've also got another location which you should know about, and it's up the Gold Coast Highway just a little bit from Burleigh. It's called the Lower Gold Coast Highway, and here you've got a few little cafes and restaurants. There's like a barber's there, quite a cute little spot, and it's a little bit quieter. And lastly, you have this little section of restaurants and bars which is on the Gold Coast Highway. They're doing some refinishing on the roads right here, so it's a little bit messy at the moment, but it's still clearly very popular. You know, it is Saturday afternoon and most of the places are full of people, so come and check it out if you're after a nice evening out. Great little spot here, very central in Burleigh.
Now, if you're coming to holiday at Burleigh, of course the biggest factor and draw card is this beautiful big beach here on Burleigh. Golden sand, beautiful blue ocean. It is huge. It goes all the way up the coastline, so you're definitely going to find a spot. And like we said earlier, if you get accommodation right next to the beach, then that is absolutely ideal. There's loads of showers and eateries along the beach, so you can spend the whole day here. There's a surf break towards the southern end of Burleigh that we see people walking down and then catching the waves around. So if you're a surfer, of course you can do that here too.
Other than that, there's also plenty of other sports you can play on the beach, like frisbee, maybe a bit of paddle tennis, or even volleyball. They have volleyball nets set up, and we saw some, they seem like Spanish or Latin American guys over there playing before, and they're actually not using their hands, they're using their feet, which is really cool. But one of our favorite things to do here, when we stayed here in Burleigh particularly, was just to wake up early and go for a nice long walk all the way from here, Burleigh Heads, up to North Burleigh Lookout. And it's just a really nice long walk along the beach. You've got the sun rising over the ocean. It is just lovely, isn't it?
Yep, so this is definitely a spot you can come to during the day, but also in the morning. It's beautiful to grab a coffee and just go for a beautiful walk up on the beach for sunrise. Now, if you're here with the kids, then that is all good. It's a very family-friendly area. There's toilets around, ice cream stores, everything you really need. Lifeguards as well. There's safe swimming zones with the lifeguard flags and the lifeguards on watch, so it's a pretty good beach to come to with the kids.
And they also have a drone which operates and keeps an eye out for sharks as well. So I think that's a big plus for people who are scared of sharks.
And it's just pretty cool to see. Drones to look for sharks.
How sustainable.
Firstly business, exploring Burleigh. Burleigh has so many great little picnic spots all along the foreshore, and the further south you go, it starts to head towards up to the national park where we're heading to next. But this area just underneath the car park is really popular, especially for people coming to have a little gathering, a little sunset, sunrise.
Like a kid's birthday party or something like that. It's perfect here.
Yeah, and because we're kind of angled, we have this beautiful view out to the coastline, and we have a few shaded spots with the trees around here. We have the really cool little surf benches, but this is a really popular spot and a lovely one to come to just at the end of the day. Come and have a drink down here, pack a little picnic.
Great to watch the sunset here as well. It's just such a nice spot to watch the sunset.
Yeah, definitely. People are screaming and being excited, and it's currently whale migration season, so maybe they're spotting whales.
Clearly a very, very popular spot up here, and you've also got the car park, which is 2 hours free parking. So just make a note of that if you're having a rental while you're on holiday here in Burleigh.
At the southern end of Burleigh, you have the beautiful national park, and now there's two paths here you can take. The lower one goes around towards Hellocjexplores, which is a really lovely walk, and the top one goes up to the lookout, which is where we're going to go now because it offers a beautiful view of Burleigh and beyond. So this spot is very popular at the moment, and that is because everyone keeps spotting the whales out in the ocean. They're all breaching and it's so beautiful to see. But also up here you get a lovely view looking back towards South Gold Coast, and over there is Hellocjexplores Creek, and we have Palm Beach where we are living, and then down into Crumbin and Poolengata, which we'll be doing vlogs of all those areas soon, so make sure you look out for that. But this is a really gorgeous lookout and not a very big walk, say what, 15 minutes walk through the bush. Sometimes if you're lucky you can spot koalas, but this is definitely a recommended must do in Burleigh.
Okay, we have come to end our day here in Burleigh Heads on the beach. Charlotte has picked up a little smoothie bowl from the Burleigh fruit shop. Definitely recommend taking a visit there if you're spending some time here. But I just wanted to make a note of the skyline here in Burleigh Heads. With all these apartment buildings going up, you lose a lot of light on the beach. As you can see, a lot of it is in the shade. And that is a shame because Burleigh Heads, I guess at one time there was like, you could actually watch the sunset here on the beach. But unfortunately not at the moment, not anymore. There is one place which we are going to next week, so if you want to see a really great spot where you can watch sunset on the beach, definitely subscribe because we're heading down to Coolangatta, which is right on the New South Wales-Queensland border.
Well everybody, the sun is setting, so it's our time to go, but we hope that this has really helped you in planning your holiday to Burleigh. We absolutely love it here. It's one of our favourite spots on the Gold Coast, so we'll sure be back a lot more here.
So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. As always, leave a like and subscribe for more Gold Coast holiday ideas, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.